And for anyone joining on camera, we're going to get started in about 5 minutes. So this is actually a fun story years ago. There was someone working whose husband also worked this time. She was at home working. She discovered that her husband was out on it. So she texted him and sent an email to everybody in the district telling everyone, like, this is what has happened. I found a place that was I saw a home of that night in the 20s. And it's like, I forgot about it. And then we got the story from the entire house the next day. Hello! You here for the vote? So, yeah, we probably just here to Welcome, folks. Grab a cold drink if you want from the table. Grab a seat. We'll get started in just a minute or two.
folks. My name is Jim Jewell, he, him pronouns, and I am the faculty advisor for the Licton Springs Review, and this is the Licton Springs Review publication party. Hopefully you already know what the Licton Springs Review is. It is our campus literary and visual arts magazine. Hopefully maybe even some of your work is featured in it. We do a publication party every year when it's time to actually release the edition. We were doing layout as recently as yesterday, but it is now ready for you in 3 different forms you can see over there. There is an interactive PDF, there's an EPUB that looks great on tablets, and there's the option to buy print-on-demand copies from lulu.com as well. We always do a publication party that includes a few readers. This year it's going to be a little bit different because we're going to have a couple of readers, and then we're going to take our little streaming setup and go into the gallery where the student art exhibit is being hung and do a preview of that as well. So you're going to get a little bit of literary art and then a little bit of visual art. And at any point you'll be able to go over, grab the QR code to get your copy of the Licton Springs Review. I do want to say some special thanks to a few people that were instrumental in making the LSR happen this year. Most particularly my 3 editors, Chris Dolinsky, Kay Reed Kearney, and Anna Tso. I cannot tell you how much work they had to do. Basically, it took all of the fall just to get our folks hired and into the system. So we were starting way behind. And of course, I know that I have a bunch of art students here, so you're aware of all the struggles we've had with this building right next to me over the course of the year. A lot of struggles to get through, but they've created a really great journal for you, and I'm really excited to be able to share it with you, and so proud of the work they've done. So give them all one more round of applause. So we only have a few readers coming up today, and it's some readers that you'll see featured in the Licton Springs Review, and also some readers from one of our integrated studies courses. And we're going to start out with a writer who is featured in the Licton Springs Review. It's also someone I'm realizing is taller than me, so I'm going to go ahead and make some adjustments here. That's better. And welcome up to the stage, Taylor. Give him a big round of applause.
Hello, my name is Taylor Richmond. I wrote this essay as part of a class that looked at the United States history through the veil of sports, looking at how sports affected history, but also looked at gender and some other things that sports represents within our culture and how it affects society. It is called The Reconstruction of Caster Semenya's Body, How the Lux hashtag I Stand with Caster video challenges and perpetuates the gender-sex binary. In 2016, Caster Semenya won 2 gold medals at the Rio de Janeiro Olympics. Yet when the Tokyo Olympics came around in 2021, she was banned from competition. According to new rules put in place by the IAAF, the world governing body for the sport of track and field, Semenya is not a woman, and thus cannot compete in the women's races. Oops. Sorry, this is a little bit hard to follow. To this day, she fights against the IAAF's rulings, and Lux, a company focused on bath and beauty products for women, supports Semenya in her fight. To do so, they created a video titled hashtag I Stand with Caster. Lux's I Stand with Caster advertisement challenges the gender-sex binary, but by promoting Caster's message and showing how a woman can be masculine while still being a woman. However, as a whole, the ad perpetuates the gender-sex binary, reconstructing Caster's body in the ad to look stereotypically feminine while never challenging the existence of the gender-sex binary altogether. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of skip to the end. That was the introduction. When society is defined by a binary, those who do not fit make the rest uncomfortable. Stuart Hall said it well. What really distributes cultural order is when things turn... I'm now learning that the end might be cut off for my essay. Well, the formatting looks a little different than what I'm used to on the PDF, so I apologize for that. Yeah, if you want to learn more from what I wrote and more about the IAF and the rulings on how they decided that Cassius Semenya is a woman or not a woman, and how Lux tried to support Cassius Semenya, and then maybe failed in some of their attempts to support her, just check out the journal. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Taylor. And Taylor's piece kind of presented a new challenge for us because we wanted to make sure that readers of the piece could also actually see the video that he's responding to. So once you get your hands on the journal, you'll notice that his article and one other actually comes with a little QR code that will connect you to the video that made by Lux that his entire essay is responding to. And we made use of the QR codes also to distribute the magazine this year. And so for those folks who are joining us online, here is your chance to catch one of the QR codes for the EPUB version. Looks great on tablets. I have mine on my iPad already. All right, we have two more readers coming up next from one of our integrated studies classes. Muse, you are up next.
Hi, my name is Muse Barkley. I'm in a creative and psychology class looking at the lifespan, how we go through the chapters of our lives, what are the things we can normalize for each other, and how do we reassure each other during that journey. No need to do it alone if we're all doing it together. However, our stories do usually differ, and that's what makes it interesting to be in a creative class. We get to see the different lenses, our different perspectives, and what we bring to the table. And if we can throw it into the middle and pull from it without judging it or criticizing it, we can all be better for it. And so that also means a state of vulnerability has to be brought forward. And so my piece is looking at what is a glimmer, those moments in life where we see something that's wonderful, that anchors us, pulls us back. Usually it's seeing something. In my paper, I want to look at what gratitude does to a glimmer, which is that it makes it profound. It makes it just from a moment of something good to something more that you can actually walk away and recall and tell someone in your day and in your life, right? So I'm from Ethiopia. I was adopted at 6, and so this piece is looking at what a glimmer was and how I see it now. And so I just would like to share with you. I saw the color green by a different name when I lived in Ethiopia. It seemed to me that the vegetation had to work harder, but paid in dividends, showing its richness in its effort to cling to its new life. The soil seemed so sure that change would never come, only caught off guard and refreshed by a monsoon that stalked the slums at night. The streets soon would be empty of the people who wore the colors of weavings on looms. The sky would turn the shade of an African olive, and the sky that could not find the words now cried, washing clean the streets that have no names of any grime, going so far as to wash away the grit of labor that the market street knew too well. At night, the murmur of rain on iron sheets soothed me to sleep. I am sure that no one else slept as well as my people on my street. Maybe it was the labor of the day that left us rubbing our bodies, trying to graft clay of reassurance back on, scorched by the sun or discolored by the day's news. By dawn, the people of the sun would walk the tight quarters of the street, taking notice to the absence of shame that had littered, now was clean, or the guilt that perfumed on the carcass of stray dogs. The bodies were gone too. The scorned desert rose took to the blood for its crimson red petals, softly whispering to the rain like a lover on its last chance. The musk flowers seemed to be the only ones that the flowers favored, out of envy surely for its yellow. Did the sun praise the flowers that held to the walls of the blue Nile? 20 years old and 15 years later, I sit on the east bank of the Moat Lake Cut, the water taking the color of a pale baby blue, so common on the buildings seen on the other side of town in Ethiopia. Poor, but not complacent. The embankment was latched with dog-wolf brush that barks with a loud red, stems that lighten up against the dark snow, and the willows along the shores were thinking of another breeze. The rock bass took to the chill of the water beneath the shade, and as for me, caught between both worlds, I know that it is best to walk and grow like the tree. Gratitude in low voices. Thank you.
We'll say thank you so much for that. That was amazing. I don't know if all of you have had a chance to take one of our integrated studies courses before, but the multidisciplinary approach to education, where you're combining multiple subjects together, is always one of the most fulfilling things to teach and to learn from. I actually had a chance to teach history and drama combined next year, and I can't wait. All right, one more QR code for the folks that are joining us online. What if you want to get an actual physical copy of this amazing journal? You can follow this QR code to lulu.com and print on demand. At some point, because our budget got a little bit smaller and we wanted to be more sustainable, we just couldn't do big print runs anymore, but we want to make sure that you can get a physical copy anyway. So we have another reader from the same integrated studies class. I hope I have the name right. Is it Sai? Sai, come on to the stage. Big round of applause.
What's up, y'all? I'm Sai. Nice to meet you. I'm an art and biology major. I graduate this month, so yay, go me! I don't have a big speech. I just have this lovely poem I wrote 2 years ago. That's a really bad spot, but this was my glimmer of hope. Here it is. One more go. What is a lucky charm without a second chance? Who can say that I'm lucky because I live to tell the tale? Everyone is born with a perk. My perk is being stubborn to a fault. It's hard to die when I desperately want to live. I won't grasp at straws. Instead, I will pull strings, people, guitars, and brain drain, just so I can have another go.
See, I thought enough to ask about pronunciation of the name, then did not think to adjust the microphone. I'm sorry. Sorry, that was lovely. Thank you so much for that. We have one more reader for you. It's one of our editors. I'm very proud to welcome to the stage, Anna. No, never mind. There might have been some miscommunication. I think someone put her name on without her knowledge. In which case, those are all of our readers for today. So give a big round of applause to all three of them. I hope before you walk away today, you'll go over, catch the QR codes to get your own copy of the LSR. You'll also be able to find those same links, both the print on demand, the interactive PDF, and the EPUB on our website by the end of the day, which is LictonSpringsReview.com. I'm hoping that at least some of my editors are going to be staying on into the fall, but we'll be looking for new editors to join the staff, and we're looking at maybe expanding a little bit next year into more nonfiction and reporting type stuff as well. So if any of that is interesting to you, reach out to us at LSR@seattlecolleges.edu. One of us will get back to you. We'll set up a meeting. We'll see if you want to join us. Sound good? So you don't have to join us if you want to next, but we're going to take the camera and all you folks that are watching us streaming into the art gallery and check out the student art exhibit. If you get a chance to check it out, you absolutely should. There's a lot of great work on the wall, some of it which you'll see in our journal as well. Thank you all for coming out today. I appreciate it. And I'm actually streaming now. Hey folks, we're going into the gallery very gingerly. We don't want to tip over. All right. Welcome to the student art exhibit. And to introduce you to the exhibit is our art gallery coordinator, Amanda Knowles.
Hello, welcome to this fabulous exhibit by all of our students. The show is comprised of work from student classes, for credit classes by students. And we are just so proud of them. We think the work looks really amazing. It was a juried show. We all sort of got in here, and it was a really hard one to kind of pull out because there was just so much good work. So you will see a lot of really good work in here. So welcome.
And folks, I'm just going to take you around, and we're going to check out a bunch of different pieces. And some of them will be pieces, like I said, that are also featured in the journal, or in our annual, which I believe is the case with this first piece. Oh, you don't have to be quiet. It's all about enjoying art. We can enjoy art noisily.
I love how the rug gets reflected.
Oh, I love when you have pieces that are actually art of the campus and from the campus. Amazing three-dimensional pieces to show you all too.
Very quiet here.
True. It's gallery openings where we all get a little rowdy. It's the wine and cheese that helps. Amanda, how many 4-credit classes are offered in any academic year?
Well, that is a question I don't know the answer to, Jim. I can tell you that I can look it up.
Oh, I hope I can do this one justice of all the sneakers.
if someone lays out their art, just as an interesting kind of thing. Flowers and fruits. Okay. Chalk. It's not chocolate, it's charcoal. Some white, dark charcoal, and then red clay. I'd like to give him a picture of the one, and then do something with that. Let's see how Susie goes.
Go ahead.
This is wow. Keep it 3D, 4D, 3D, 3D. Something in style, that's really cool. Something, you know? Yeah, flash. For today.
Jim, I would say there are about 30. Some of these are stacked classes, per quarter.
Mhm.
And then in the summer, we have about 5.
And so this show is specifically then it's the credit bearing versus like the continuing ed class, which is a separate exhibit.
That's right. We have a continuing education exhibition in the summer.
I'm seeing so many pieces that I know that we featured in the LSR.
So that's so good.
That lemon blackberry is one that one of my editors very much wants to buy.
Oh. And it is for sale.
Oh, I'll let her know.
Thank you.
Isn't that awesome? Yeah. It's such a great, yeah. It was like one of the top first choices. Didn't That piece is part of a project that the ceramics class does where they have to make 100 of something.
Oh, nice.
And so this isn't all 100
Right.
because they've sort of gone by the wayside, but yeah, it's, as is this.
I love the way that something simple like that, it's just a number, but it entirely changes the scope of what you might then do.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that Han Solo as James Bond?
I think so.
That's great. I think I need to just get a quick close-up on that.
That is one of the people who's going to be speaking about her work this afternoon.
Oh, great. Yeah, it's because folks are, I'm sure, watching right now, of course. 4 to 5:30 tonight?
It's 4 to 5:30. It's an award ceremony, and then we have 6 artists who are going to talk about their work. Some people I've never met before, so it's going to be really exciting.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, those are really well worth coming in and seeing because it's really hard to get them on camera.
Yeah, so I was already, as I'm getting close again, thinking that what I have to tell anyone who's watching is, this doesn't know justice. Please come and see it in person.
Absolutely. Yeah, our students really worked hard on this work. It really shows.
And how long will this exhibit be up?
It is up until next Thursday at 5 p.m. Our hours are Monday through Thursday, 11 to 5, and Fridays, 11 to 2. Next Friday, they're just going to be picking up their work, so we're not open. But this Friday, we are.
All right, folks, like I said, that could not possibly do the show justice. You should absolutely get down to the campus, take a look at this work. And while you're down here, you don't find one of the QR codes. We'll have it all over the place, and grab your copy of the LSR as well. Thank you for joining us today.